Oh, the camera woke up. Look, the camera's looking at me now. Woo! The camera, he has a mind of his own, He wants to focus and he doesn't want to. It's up to the camera. Whatever he wants to do, he does it. It's just, okay, calm down. Take it easy. Oh, he's trying to focus me out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. You know what it is. You know what it is. Hey, you know what it is, alright? Okay, cool. The facts today. Just kidding. A lot of evil stuff happening in the world. So, a lot of stuff happening, crazy things, stuff. Companies opening up, new companies opening up, all kind of things taking place this year and this winter. Believe me. Just kidding. Sorry, guys. Getting some paperwork. Sorry, my microphone doesn't really. It's sensitive, but the microphone, it picks up. It's good. Oh, the camera woke up. Look, the camera's looking at me now. Woo! The camera, he has a mind of his own, He wants to focus and he doesn't want to. It's up to the camera. Whatever he wants to do, he does it. It's just, okay, calm down. Take it easy. Oh, he's trying to focus me out. I hate that guy. Shh, don't tell him. He'll unfocus me. Shh. All right. Okay, cool. So, guys, a lot of evil things happening in the world. A lot of crazy stuff happening. I usually don't go on. I don't go on TikTok anymore. TikTok's nothing but crap. Oh my god! You go on TikTok, it's the same thing. Everybody does the same thing. Everybody copies everybody else on TikTok. It's a cycle. You don't want to be that cycle. No. TikTok's great, but it's not the biggest source in the world, so people have to really get that up straight. People think that TikTok, oh my god, TikTok, did you know what's the biggest place we deal with? It's TikTok. Loser! Just kidding. They're gonna get offensive. They're hearing me talk about them. Shh. Alright, guys. But it's true. Everybody thinks that TikTok is the best thing that ever happened to them in their lives. It's the most funniest thing that we see this happen since last year ago. Since when the pandemic started, people thought that TikTok was the big dog, but they forgot who really was the big dog still. So, there's a lot of tickety talkers out there. See when? But guys, so yeah, TikTok's not the biggest bad boy out there. Google's still on top. Google's still the big dog. Google has about 7 billion people on it daily. Believe me, TikTok's not the big dog. I thought TikTok was, with its 1 billion cycle. But we have about almost 8 billion people in the world today. We used to have like 7 billion, 500,000 people, but everything's ranking up, everybody's having kids, and there's not just one person having kids, there's about billions of people popping out with kids daily. So we don't have 7 billion people anymore. We have like about 8 point something billion now. It just keeps climbing that fast. It's unstoppable. You can't stop it, man. Especially the Spanish community. Spanish community has about, we have big families, bro. So some don't have kids, some do, but the Spanish community is the high ranking for children. High ranking. They got a lot of families, big families. Some people have 8 kids. Some people have 9. I've seen some people that have 15 kids, dudes. Yeah. Yeah, I met some people here in Tucson that were I think they were Spanish, yeah. And they had about 15 kids. Yeah, about 16 kids, man. Around there. I met some people that have 8 kids, people that have 9 kids. It's just the way it is, dude. Some people have just 2 kids. I have 1. Uno maso. Just my daughter. That's all I got. Want a boy? I want a boy, but soon down the road we'll have a boy. So it's up to my wife. Whatever she wants to do, you know. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming soon. I want a boy. So I wanted a girl. I got a girl. My wife wanted a boy. I got a girl. Now I want a boy. It was supposed to be opposite, but I'm making girls. I want a boy now, for real. So yeah, I want a boy. So I want to prove that I'm better than my father. My father abandoned me when I was born in 1989, and prove that I'm better than that guy. Never met him. Don't even know who he is. Just hear things about him. That's it. That's all I know. That's it. He must have been a really sucky guy because he wanted girls. He didn't want boys. And he thought my mom was cheating on him when she was pregnant with him. And so she decided to kick him out and leave him because he was just a no good guy. What kind of dad would ever abandon this kid? That means he's not a real man, right? If a man can't step up and take care of his own kids, then he's not a real man. So, you know, God was my main father. So remember that. God will always be your father. And he's the greatest father you guys could ever have, believe me. So, guys, yeah, a lot of evil stuff happening in the world, you know. Lots of stuff happening. All this pandemic junk. I hear about pandemic and people wearing masks in cars. Whew, this stuff gets old. It gets really old. And I still see people wearing masks walking down the streets alone. Oh, it's funny. People really got their heads twisted. So, anything on that, on the pandemic, you know, you guys can find out wherever the CDC junk. We don't deal with that stuff here. Here in Blue Universal headquarters, we don't pay attention to that stuff because we don't deal with CDC. CDC doesn't control Blue Universal headquarters because we're not a part of that association. We're not part of that area. Blue Universal headquarters has a higher rank than that. And since I created Universal headquarters, Blue Universal headquarters in 2005, we don't have ranks here. We're higher ranks. We're different. We're a different corporation headquarters. That means we build independently. We throw money in the banquet here to do what we do here on the podcast. People like to donate. People like to watch. That's what keeps us going. The U.S. doesn't pay us for anything. They don't pay us for nothing like that. We're Blue Universal headquarters. We're the attack of the shows, man. I created this company from the ground up when it was Ash. Blue Universal headquarters has came a long way, and we built this company from the ground up. So, yeah. A lot of people don't understand what the company is for or what it does, but you guys will understand. You'll get it. You'll get it. It's coming. You'll get it one day. So, guys, welcome back to the Attack of the Shows. You know what it is. You know what it is. There's always good to be a humble spirit, you know. It's always good to be humble. I'm really friendly with a lot of people here in Tucson. I really am. But you know, a lot of people, whoa, people do wrong things here, man, constantly. And you still forgive them. You're like, okay, I get it. But when people start getting a little ruthless and start trying to tell you what to do, not to do, and they're in the road and road rage, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna ram you like off the ditch. Because people get on your nerves, especially, yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people, are a little wild here, but, we get it. So hold on. I've been here for a very long time. Since I was about 13. I think I was 13 when I came up here. I was 13 when I came here to Tucson. I went to Tucson Accelerated High School. A lot of you probably know what it is. What we do, hit the comment down below. Other than that, yes, I went to Tucson Accelerated, graduated in 2008, and I was going to go to college. I was going to go to Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, but they couldn't offer me, what I wanted, so I tried to check into LA Film School, and I tried to check into New York Film Academy, and I tried to see what they carried as well. But as I noticed is that none of them carried what I wanted. Not even New York Film Academy carried what I wanted. They didn't carry it, man. You see, I wanted to be a movie director, and they didn't carry that. They didn't have that kind of specialties. They said, and then in 2005 and 2006, at that time, when I was creating Blue Universal headquarters, I was going to go to college with New York Film. But the sucky thing is that they had week semesters. You had to pay like $1,500 for a semester for a week. It's like $4,000 for like a month or something like that, like $10,000. It ranks with New York Film Academy for acting in schools and screenplays. So New York Film Academy, they said you just go as you go, because they said that for being a film director, you don't go to school for being a film director. They just you don't need that. If you're gonna be a film director, you just get your cast, dude, and get to work. So that's what we're doing. So other than that, so when we started getting involved in that, we started working on some movies. And years ago when I was in high school, I wanted to work on The Family Man 2. And it was a possibility, It's like, oh my god, The Family Man 2, what am I going to do with this movie? And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do with this movie, This Family Man 2. I was working on Jack's script, and I was working on Jill Blog's script, and was working on Alsa's script, and I was like, okay, well, this is Jack's script, and I was like, wait a minute, what am I going to do for this film? And I had to get inspired, and I was like, man, and then I found out, like, years now that I was hearing in a study that if you work out more, if you work out daily, it releases some kind of tension in the brain to give you more ideas. And I started doing that, and I started getting all kinds of ideas. I was like, okay. Other movies kept popping in. So now we're working on a movie called Lost in the World. The Family Man 2 was supposed to be filmed in December, but has been postponed to next year, since the movie is going to take like 6 months to film anyways. So I didn't have the equipment, man. Everything crashed in the pandemic here. There's a lot of rules and regulations here in Tucson to film, so we moved stuff around. Yeah, we did, baby. So guys, welcome. Yeah, so a lot of evil stuff happening here. A lot of people are so weird. I work graveyard, and I deal with the company, and I deal with a lot of customs. So Funny thing is that you see a lot of weird stuff at night, man. Woo. And guys, Tucson is a ghost town, bros. If you work like me, working graveyard, I go to work like at 3. I get out like around 11:30 at night, and I go to neighborhoods. Sometimes I go to the La Cholla Airport, all the way out there in towards Tangerine in Oro Valley. I don't know if you guys ever seen the La Cholla Airport, but you see every time I go over there, I see the planes landing in, the little later jets and all that going in and out of there. People have private airports to their houses over there. Reminds me of Jumbo Air. When John Travolta has his house out there. I remember when John Travolta got sued by his neighbors in Daytona, and then John Travolta, after his neighbors were saying that his jets were too big for his airplanes were too big and too noisy for their community. He got sued by everybody there, and Jumbo, and then he was looking for another place that he could have his planes, so he found Jumbo Air, and so he moved from that area, and he went to Jumbo Air in I think it's Ocala, Florida. I forgot what it is. I have the book of him and everything in here. I have the actual book of John Travolta's house and everything here. I'm a big fan of John Travolta and what he does. I love airplanes. So, yeah, bro, I'm a big sucker for airplanes. I love music. I love making beats. I love filming. I love people. People don't like me. I don't know why. I'm really friendly. I don't understand what's wrong with people, man. It's just people are jealous. That's just what it is, dude. A lot of guys are jealous because there's a thing that they don't like. So, lots of guys are just jealous, dude. They're just... I don't know what's wrong with these guys. But there's guys and there's girls that are weird here too, bro. Don't get me wrong. Jeez. Sorry, guys. Drop my pen. But yeah, sorry, guys. This is what the office is right now, so whenever I'm done doing stuff. I've been working out. Today I worked out. I got about an hour and 7 miles on the bike. I've been working out daily, trying to take care of myself. I might have to go to surgery. I don't know yet. Pray for me. I pray for you. So, yeah, So Daytona sued John Travolta, and he had to move. And that's not really nice, man. People do that, dude. Especially here where I live. It's crazy. Oh, your helicopters are too loud, or your planes are too loud for our community. You can't be here. And it was an airstrip where he lived in Daytona, and he had to relocate, and they built a new house in Jumbo Air in Ocala, Florida, and the people love him there, It's just Daytona. They're jealous. They didn't like him. So people are nasty, bro. It's never going to change. It's always going to be like this. People will never change unless they give their life to God. See, this is a very big complication. There was a thing that we were saying, if people would turn off their phones for a week, imagine how different the world would be for just an entire week. Everything would be different. People would communicate with one another better. Everybody would interact with one another better. But everybody's so caught up with this social media thing. And even Christians are like that today. And people have been asking me about the door here in Tucson. Like, dude, these people are in ministry and they're over there. We catch them over here watching football. We catch them over here watching basketball, boxing. People talk bad about that, bro. You got to be careful what you guys do on the social media platform. People are talking about that. You guys got to watch what you do. It doesn't look good. The CFM gets more hits than any other church, and the Baptist churches don't even do stuff like that, man. That's why in Las Vegas, New Mexico, where I come from, with Pastor Ruby's church, a lot of people left that church and went to the Baptist church is because it's not the pastor's fault, man. It's the people's fault. It's the people that make the churches look bad. It's the way they represent themselves. It's the way the gossip spreads around the church. Gossip can destroy a whole entire church like nothing, bro. That's what happened to the Potter's house on 29th Street. The church lost its whole entire flock. It's crazy, but these things happen. There's a lot of deep down evil secrets within our congregations, and it's crazy, dude. I don't understand how they do this stuff. I don't get it. But this is happening today in 2021, and it's happening everywhere. We'll talk to you guys in the next sex. Section. So yeah, like I was saying, it's really bad. Really bad. I don't understand it, man. When I was talking about that not too long ago. We were talking about I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember. I forgot who I was telling this about. My wife was telling me not too long ago. She was telling me, but this will come up on the next podcast. My wife was telling me about that we don't have no friends, especially here in Tucson. No good Christian friends. Nobody likes taking the time to do anything. People are scared of everything, dude. God says don't be scared, dude. What's wrong with everybody? You can't be scared. You better be scared of him because he could destroy body and soul. But you shouldn't be scared of a pandemic. You shouldn't be scared of a virus. It's not going to kill you, dude. It's not going to kill you. It's the devil trying to scare you guys, and you guys go running away. I have not ever got the pandemic, COVID-19, virus, so I don't get checked for that crap because I don't need to go to no dirty hospital for it anyways, unless I'm going to surgery for something. But other than that, heck no, boy. Yeah, so, I was talking about one body in many parts, and that's coming up on episode 9, so make sure to check that out. I'm going to see how many episodes I can release. But make sure to keep track of those episodes because I'm trying to push through with those episodes as well, guys. So, yeah, I was talking about this, man, I don't understand. Dude, if you're a Christian or whatever you're doing on social media, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like I tell them, don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Because people talk about Christians, you go to church all nice and clean and you go home, oh, you're all good. But when you go home, you're wild. Dude, don't do it, man. Not the way to do it. So yeah, people talk. And it doesn't look good on you when you're doing things that you don't do it. There was a thing that I was trying to say, yeah. Yeah. Crazy moments, man. I tell people, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. My cousins got sent out for pastors to I think it was Pueblo, Colorado. Yeah, they got the first Pioneer Church out there in Colorado, I think. And we were talking about the social media, because they can't be on social media because they're going to be pastors now. You can't be in social media because you're going to be pastors. And people don't wake up. There's other pastors that are in there in social media. Do it the right way. Don't do it the wrong way. This is Attack of the Shows. We will expose anybody that does anything stupid like that. I'm warning you guys. Attack of the Shows, we don't play nice. We're not friendly when it comes to stuff like this. We're going to defend God in any way we can. Yeah, don't do it, bro. It's not the way to go. So, guys, everybody's been talking about the Christian Fellowship Ministries. our fellowship. I've been in this fellowship for 32 years. This really bothers me a lot. People talk bad about the CFM. Oh my God, they talk so bad about it. Woo, people put out a lot of stuff on Instagram about it. If you guys really don't know, you guys can check out the Instagram page of what is it? I forgot the page, but I will find. I think I have the link somewhere. You know, I think it's I'm trying to figure what it was. My phone has been running so slow. I have so many apps in this phone. I have to clean this thing out, man. For real. So I'm trying to find out what the page was, or what the name of the page was, if I could find the dang thing. Instagram has went down the hill too. Just letting you guys know. If you guys don't know, Instagram has went down the hill. Instagram lost billions of people on the platform. Instagram has, Instagram says it has 6 billion people on it, but almost 1/3 of the whole entire profile of everybody is all fake profiles, man. I kid you not. There is so many fake profiles in there, dudes. There's almost like 3 billion fake profiles on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. I'm like, oh my God, how does this happen? But it happens. It's just the way it is, man. There is billions of fake profiles on Facebook. When Facebook was created, MySpace was created first. Then Facebook came. Then Facebook started lagging, and now Facebook got crappy now. Sorry, Facebook, but it's true. And Facebook was like a dating site, and then they tried to change it up into like a certain kind of social media where everybody can talk, chat, in different sections and all that. So they try to make it a little better. It was a little better than MySpace, because they had that guy, Tom, or whatever his name was. Yeah, he was the guy. He was Tom. But other than that, Okay, so the account is called Waymanism. You can check it out. There's other ones out there, but this one's crazy, dude. This one talks a lot of trash in here. I went to go get a sneak peek at this account. Yeah, so you guys want to check it out? Check it out. It's crazy, dudes. Talks a lot of stuff about the door. It's funny because I was reading some stuff in here, and it says right here about the door. The door be like, we're not a cult. We just don't allow you to think. And there's another one right here. The door be like, a shepherd. How dare you? Royalty is what I am. Oh my God, dude. It says, well done, my good and faithful pastor, bishop, evangelist, and all. Yeah, people are talking up. And this one says right here, the door be like, Netflix, we don't have a TV. Oh my God, this people are crazy in here. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And oh, sorry guys. And this one says about Waymanism, Prescott, Arizona. The door be like, third service this week. I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, it's funny, but there's a lot of crazy stuff in here, man. This one says, the door be like, God placed you here, but one wrong move and I'll kick you out. Now, this is the thing I wanted to get down to the bottom as. Our churches have high standards and high rules. And, my mother was telling me, my mother was telling me not too long ago, I think it was like 3-4 months ago, that a church cannot have a code. Oh my God, you cannot have a code. God is not too fond of that stuff, bro. So God is not too fond of a church that has a code. No, it doesn't work like that. That's what this is talking about here, because our churches, you have to be 6 months in church. You have to be faithful. And people are like, rewind. Section. So people have to be like, wait a minute. So I have to be here for 6 months to get into service and do stuff with you and help you out. People won't wait that long. After 6 months, people get burnt out. They don't want to get involved anymore. These things happen. And God knows these things will happen. There's a lot of pastors that are strict on that. Wow, to tell you that advice, don't be that kind of pastor. Don't be too strict. God doesn't want to lose his flock. God wants to gain his flock. The more strict you are, the more flock you might lose, depending where your church is at and how it is. There's a very big difference on how to be a pastor, because a pastor is way more accountable for what he's doing. You have to be very careful what you're doing as a pastor. There's a lot of pastors that do the most wrong things, man. I see so many pastors in these fellowship screwing it up for themselves, making themselves look bad, and doing wrong things, and calling people out and doing wrong things. It's not the way to go, bro. Not the way to go. So this is a big thing that people talk about. Pastor Ian Wilson was a good pastor in the fellowship. He was an evangelist. He was a pastor for in Toronto, Canada, and he saw our ministry services, and then he got involved with our ministries, and he resigned from his, and he went to go pastor for the Door as an evangelist. My mom met him. She made good friends with Pastor Ian Wilson. A lot of people were jealous, because he would always, every time he would go evangelize down there in Las Vegas, New Mexico, people would get very jealous because he was a very good friend of my mother's. Well, I don't really know what to say about that, because one day he saw my mom and he was asking Pastor Ray about my mom. And the story behind this story is that God kept pushing him and pushing him and pushing him. And then finally he had the chance to speak out. He was preaching, and then after, he's like, hold on, God wants me to do something. He ran. I guess she was telling me the story. I was a little kid. I didn't remember, dude. I was so young at the time. But she said he ran all the way down. He went to go look for her, and he found her in the aisle. He took off his wedding ring and he told her, boom, he put it on her wedding band hand. And she told him, well, now, today, you're married to God. He told my mother. The whole church was looking at her, and they were really surprised what was going on there. But he told Pastor Ray Ruby, that woman right there is a very special woman to God. Take very good care of her, because she is something very special to God. And he told Pastor Ray Ruby, you're her covering, and you got to protect her from anything in the church or anybody messing around with her. You're her covering, and she's a single mother. So yeah, Pastor Ray Ruby, I don't know if he remembers that or anything like that, but that was a very powerful thing, because God knows who his chosen people are. So you guys got to be very careful. Even Christians in the church, you're probably special too, but there's some Christians that are very special to God, and you don't even know it, man. I'm telling you. I had a very big calling as well. It was many years ago, I had a very big calling. I forgot how old I was, man. So I have a big calling. But God only knows what it is. God knows what he's doing. I don't, but he knows, because I'm not dead yet. I've been through 10 surgeries in 2019. So whatever God's doing, he's doing something for a purpose. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't think everybody has. Well, I don't know, bro. There's Christians that say they get COVID-19. I was like, wait a minute. You're a Christian, dude. You cannot get it. You see, God's not going to let anything happen to his people. You see, in the Bible, God is going to put his seal on you from anything, any sickness, anything. So there's a lot of stuff going on that a lot of people get mixed up with, but that time is going to come. So maybe you could get sick. You probably could. There's a lot of people said they get COVID-19 and they're fine, but they're not feeling better than what they had before. So we don't really know. Lots of crazy stuff, dudes. What a crazy year. But don't worry, guys. It's Christmas. Cheer up, man. People seem so stressed out this year, and I'm like, dude, you have to live like your life every day, and you have to live day by day, because you never know when God's gonna come. You see, God's gonna come one day. And pastors out there, if you guys are watching this podcast, try not to chase people away. Open your heart, man. Don't tell them that if you don't go to church, you're gonna go to hell. That's not the right thing to do, man. God doesn't like that. And like I tell people, God don't like ugly. And he's not too fun or pretty either. Believe me, he does not like that. God is very jealous. He gets mad when you chase away his people. He's trying to gain. He's not trying to lose. We're trying to gain people. We're not trying to lose. The CFM, we lost about 3,000 churches within many years. We're trying to gain back what we lost. Today, in 2021, we would have had about 5,700 churches, to a total of 6,000 churches today. But we lost thousands, broke off within the CFM. This is a big conflict between the CFM and the council of the CFM. I don't know how the council works. I only work with my God's counsel. I work only for Jesus Christ. I only work for God. And I follow my teacher, and my teacher is Jesus Christ. I don't follow anybody's teaching. I follow the Bible and what it says, and the rules and the regulations in that Bible. I follow the 10 Commandments, and I follow God and only God alone, because God is the only teacher that will teach me what I need to know. And if you guys don't know anything about that, or you don't believe in that God is the teacher, you need to dig a little deeper in your Bible, and you will find the scripture, or I could find it for you. Other than that, nothing could ever keep God's love away from anybody. Not the devil, not the demons, not the angels, nobody, not your pastor, not your brothers and sisters. Nobody can keep God's love and your love away from each other, because God is a God. And he's not going to let anybody get between you and him unless somebody tries to interfere or intervene between you and him. God is very jealous when someone's trying to break up that relationship. I'm telling you, don't mess with God's chosen. Straight up, don't do it. Don't do it. God is worse than the devil. Because the lake of the fire ain't no joke. For real. The lake of fire is worse than hell. Torment? No. It's not that. I guess it's bad. But it's not going to be as bad as hell. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's a big deal, dude. Yeah. So, a lot of people were jealous of my mom. So, There's a lot of fights in the churches. A lot of churches have a lot of fights. Christians don't get along with one another. And that's what's happening today. Christians don't get along with one another. I don't understand. This is so weird. You know, a lot of you guys are watching this podcast. Maybe you guys can explain why nobody gets along. This happens. When I used to go to the door many years ago, you know, I had a friend, Ross Beckenarage, who was a good guy. Very good guy. Then he went into the Marine Corps and he was gone for like 2 months. I didn't see him for a while. And I was going to the door alone. I kept inviting. I was inviting lots of people all the time. Inviting a lot of people to the door, lots and lots, and yeah, there was a lot of people that probably didn't like me there, but I didn't pay attention to the people. I didn't get involved with anybody. I knew there was a lot of people that were wild, very wild in the door when I was going there. Whew, like, you're like, whew. And I stayed away because God said, just stay away from people. Because people are pretty aggressive. Oh. Sorry guys, my ear was itching. So yeah, so that's the deal. Hearing noises. So yeah, so when I was going there was a lot of people that, you know, there's a lot of gossip. Gossip spreads everywhere, man, like wildfire. God's like, don't do it, and they do it. Yes, it's crazy, dude. There's a lot of Christians that are good. So yeah, so other than that, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on within that time being. So there was a lot of people there was a lot of guys that were like jealous. They didn't like me. I don't understand, dude. I don't know why. And they shouldn't be like that, dude. You're a Christian. Why would you want to be hating on other people in the church for? It doesn't look good, man. It doesn't look good at all. It makes you look more bad than what you are. And that's why we do this Attack of the Shows, to talk about this stuff, to get stuff out there, you know. You see, guys, it doesn't look good on a church when the Christians are fighting with one another in the church. That's why Christians stay away from one another in the church. They just can't do it. They're like, I'm not talking to you today. I'm not gonna laugh. You know, like I can do it. I'm not gonna laugh just yet. What's so funny? What did he just say? I don't get involved with that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand, dude. It's just crazy, man. I really wish a lot of people would change, but you know, it's funny. People change. Some don't change, and then some change all the time. They're like, okay, you're my friend. Okay, now you're not my friend. Blah, 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 blah. But the nice thing is that God never changes. Oh my God. That's so good, right? That's the thing everybody wants to hear. It's like someone that never changes. I wish I had someone that never changes. I wish someone would not forget about me. I wish that somebody would. I wish I had a friend that would never change. You know, it's good to have friends. You know, I had good friends. Now I don't have no friends at all anymore. Lost all my friends, dudes. All my friends moved away. People got married, had kids. My wife is my only friend. I got my daughter. We're planning to have a boy soon down the road. Pray for us. I think I'm going to surgery soon. I don't know if it's in December or January or February, but hopefully this will be my last surgery. I had 10 surgeries in 2019. Yes, I I did. I survived. Oh, boys. Crazy life I had within my years. You guys will hear a lot about our life stories soon down the road. So keep following the podcast. Keep finding out what's going on. This was a pretty good. These were pretty good moments with you guys. Now, Merry Christmas. We'll be launching another video tomorrow night. So make sure to stay tuned on the videos. We're really late on these podcasts. I knew this was gonna happen. So holiday season, things happen. I've been working really late. So every time I work late, I work 3 to 11:30. I get out, I come home, I work out for like 5 or 6 miles, take a shower, crash out, over again. So yeah, my wife's like, sometimes we don't get to see each other because we're always working a lot. So guys, don't forget, I did open up my little cookie company. It's called Cookie Crust. You guys can check it out on Facebook. It is the home of the famous France and New Mexico biscochito cookie. If you guys haven't had a biscochito, we have the original recipe here, and it's here in Tucson. So if you guys want to make your orders online with us. Throw us a message in there. We'll make your biscochito cookies, and we make them about I think they're by 4x4 inch round cookies that are almost as big as a waffle, and they are thick, almost like that too. They're like pretty thick, dude. They're a biscochito cookie with cinnamon and sugar all around them. Really good. Those are good for like breakfast in the morning, or like you guys are snacking through the day. They're really good cookies, dudes. And we make them really soft and really moist. We don't like to make them too hard. So that's what people get confused. We don't. Yeah, there's people that say, oh yeah, is it the biscochito that looks like a donut? I was like, a biscochito that looks like a donut. I have never seen a biscochito that looks like a donut. Maybe some people cut them like that with the cookie cutters, but I've never seen that. And then when we look online, I was like, that did not look like a biscochito, bro. Because I'm from New Mexico. I'm from Las Vegas, New Mexico. Our biscochitos ain't thin little sugar cookies. They're not a sugar cookie. They're not a sneakerdoodle. They're a biscochito. They come from France, and it's a tradition in New Mexico. And New Mexico decided to keep that tradition when I was born in 1989. So, it's a biscochito cookie. It's thick. It is not skinny. You could probably make them skinny if you want to. If you want a thin tortilla cookie. Yeah, you could do that too. Whatever you guys want to do. However you want to make it. People make them different all around the U.S. now. They put like anise seeds in them. I don't know if that's the original way you make them, but I think we have the original paper somewheres. Years ago, bro. So yeah, it's called the biscochito. Order them now. Also, we're bringing I think we're bringing the Hershey Park chocolate mega chip cookie. Make sure to check that out, guys. The cookies are like, those chocolate chip cookies are about like this thick. They're about a pound, or lesser than a pound. They're like a quarter. They're like a quarter pound cookie, and they have mega chocolate chip Hershey's on them. Oh my god, they're so good. If you guys like the dark chocolate on them, or you like the milk chocolate, we have that. Also, guys, that you guys know, we have another company emerging. It's called La Creme and a la Creme ice creams. Yeah, we'll let you more of the details soon on the next podcast tomorrow. We're gonna cut it short today. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I have to go to sleep now. Okay, we'll talk again. Shh, we'll talk again. Soon. Okay, don't worry. I'm always here. I can come back tomorrow. Don't worry. So yeah, stay tuned. keep up on the podcast. Keep up what's going on. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Like I said, lots of things go on through the Christian Fellowship Ministries. There's good pastors, there's bad pastors. People talk about pastors that are bad and they don't like him. Don't be that guy. Don't do it. Pastors in the CFM, do it the right way, not the wrong way. God wants you to pursue. Keep moving forward. You know, you want to know the heart of Jesus. I have that book. You might check it out. It's a great pastor book. It's good. If you haven't heard last section, I think this is section 5 or 6. So guys, don't forget, if you guys haven't heard about that great book, it's called The Heart of Jesus. It's really good. It was the actual book, and when Mom was going to church, they decided to cut the book, put the thread rings in them. I forgot what you call them. The little spirals in them to open it better. They said this was a very good book. They wanted to make copies of it because it's a book for a pastor. It's a very good book. My mom gave it to me because, one day I have a calling, and, I have a calling to be a pastor if I ever need it, I know how to preach. I know how to write sermons. But I want to reach the world. And I like to do my movies. What I do, People are like, yeah, I know. I keep talking about it. But there's a lot of setbacks here, man. Not like we can go film somewhere in a restaurant without anybody slapping us with a pandemic hit. So we're going to decide to film here. Maybe I can get a couple shots in. So we'll see what happens. Make sure to keep up. This is episode 8, and 9, 10 are coming, and 11. So keep up with this, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon on episode 9. Peace. Billy.